From the Stroh Center in Bowling Green, Ohio, we bring you Mid-American Conference Women's Basketball as the Bowling Green Falcons take on the Akron Zips. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us alongside Bowling Green student Samantha Heischman. I'm Brad Woznicki. It has been a challenging season for both of these teams, a combined 4 wins in conference play. But if tonight's meeting is anything like the first, we should be in for a good one. Yeah, an important factor with both of these teams is that as they have the same record in the MAC, is that they're both very young teams. They only have 2 seniors each. And speaking of seniors, tonight is the last home game for Bowling Green, so you know the team's going to want to send them out with a win. And going back to the first meeting between these two teams, it was one of Bowling Green's senior leaders that stepped up when it mattered. That was Haley Puck with the go-ahead three-pointer less than 20 seconds to play in that ball game. Yeah, Haley, she's averaging more than 8 points a game, shooting better than 80% at the line, which is among the top in the MAC, and she has 8 games this season in double figures. Haley's definitely been an impact player starting every game this season, but she's been an impact player all her 4 of her seasons. And as of late here at home, Haley Puck has been very good at the offensive end, averaging better than 10 points a game and shooting better than 50% from 3. Now as we look at the Akron Zips, it's hard to forget the performance in the first meeting from Alyssa Clay, a career-high 22 points and had 6 threes. Yeah, Alyssa, as a sophomore, she only started 13 games last season as a freshman, and she's coming into tonight's game shooting better than 7 points a game, and she has 44 three-pointers for the season. So look for Akron to definitely try and get her open tonight. Looking for a strong performance out of the sophomore guard. We are moments away from the tip-off here inside the Stroh Center, and let's take a look now at tonight's starting lineups. First for Akron, you have Shawnee Edmonds, the 5'4" sophomore guard, followed by Destiny Perkins, then Shayna Harmon, Haley Rynell, and Greta Burry, one of the more experienced players for this Akron team. And for the Bowling Green Falcons, starting point guard Sydney Lambert, Carly Santoro, the team's leading scorer, averaging better than 12 points a game. Then Andrea Cecil getting the start tonight in place of Katerion Thompson. Coach Roos has gone back and forth between Cecil and Thompson, depending on the matchup. And then Haley Puck, we talked about, one of 2 seniors being recognized here tonight. And then the freshman, Angela Perry. That's a look at tonight's starting lineups. And Akron and Bowling Green, we mentioned, it was a great first meeting between these two teams this season, but Bowling Green in the all-time series holds the advantage, a big advantage, 54-7 in the all-time series. See, the Falcons have won the last 3 meetings, and the last time here at the Stroh Center, Bowling Green was hot from long range, hitting 15 of 28 three-point attempts. Carly Santoro and Sydney Lambert each had 4 three-pointers in that ball game. And prior to tonight's game, the Bowling Green seniors were recognized. Rachel Myers, the senior from Findlay, Ohio, played her high school ball at Liberty Benton. You see her career numbers. She came on really strong as a freshman, known for being a three-point shooter. Then you have Haley Puck, who has gotten better each year of her career. The 8.5 points a game, most points she's averaged during a season throughout her 4 years. She's also been awarded the Les Disher Award twice in her career for her community service work. Yeah, Brad, these 2 seniors, they've definitely been impact players on the court, but they've also been leaders off the court, as you said, with the Community Service Award that Haley received. And then both of them, they're both scholar athletes, and they have been recognized all years that they've been here. So definitely good leaders for our young team. Bowling Green will be in the home white. Akron will be in the road black. The Zips coming in at 8-19 overall. Bowling Green at 10-17 overall. And both teams looking to snap their losing streaks. Bowling Green has lost 10 in a row. Akron has lost 3 in a row. Akron on the road has really struggled this season. A record of 1-9. And here we go. Bowling Green wins the tip. One change to the starting lineup that was a last-second change. Megan Sefcik into the lineup.
And you can see right away, Haley Puck, she's trying to get it started.
Andrea Cecil. Offensive foul. Nice job there by Akron, cutting off the baseline drive. Akron coming off a 60-55 loss on the road against the Kent State Golden Flashes. The Zips really struggled from long range, just 4 of 21. They did not have a single player in double figures. Haley Reinell led the way with 9 points, as that three is well off the mark. Bowling Green working for an open look. It's Carly Santoro from the corner. Would not drop. And here's Shawnee Edmonds. Total of 8 underclassmen on this Akron team, as unable to finish inside, but a second chance. Unable to put it up and in. That was Greta Burry. Sydney Lambert three. Off the mark, one and done for Bowling Green again on that possession.
Overall in this conference season, Bowling Green, they've had definitely some slow starts. First quarters have not been their best thing. And right now we're seeing open shots, but they are just not going in.
Well, and just to add to your point is Sydney Lambert gets a look up top, and it's good. One of Bowling Green's leading outside shooters able to get the Falcons on the board first. Bowling Green put up 20 points in the first quarter in their last game, but they gave up 30. That was down in Oxford against the Miami Redhawks. The Redhawks shot 54% from the field in that game, as Sydney Lambert off the turnover will lay it home. The junior point guard from Cincinnati, Ohio, off to a good start. Loose basketball. They're going to call a push against Carly Santoro. There wasn't much of a touch there. As you look at Bowling Green head coach Jennifer Roos, now in her 17th season with the program. Spent 8 seasons as an assistant coach, 3 seasons as an associate head coach, and she's been the head coach of the program for the last 6 seasons.
Yeah, that call just now on Santoro, that was right in front of us, and it didn't really look like she really pushed her.
There's one more look at it. A little bump in the back, but that didn't cause the travel there, as continuing to go forward was Shayna Harmon. Tough call to go against one of Bowling Green's leaders, Carly Santoro. Sefcik, an air ball on the three-point attempt. And the Bowling Green faithful will let her know about that. She's 0 for 2 from long range here in the early going. Akron was in control of this ball game in the first meeting with 6:53 remaining. The Zips led by 12 points before Bowling Green went on a nice run to end it. They come from behind effort. Lambert not this time. Rebounded by Shayna Harmon. Loose basketball in the paint. Possession arrow pointing to Akron. Another area in which Bowling Green had the advantage against the Zips in the first meeting was second chance points. Bowling Green a 15-0 advantage. Caitlin Very now on the floor for Akron. Dangerous pass. Zips keep possession. Sefcik open. Still can't knock it down. A second chance opportunity. See if the Zips can take advantage.
Bowling Green, they know all too well what it's like losing out on the end of second chance points. In order to match up with Akron, they have got to do better on that end.
Santoro found a driving lane. Reverse would not go. Angela Perry contested on that runner by Shayna Harmon. That was one of the quicker possessions we've seen from Akron so far, with Shayna Harmon on the drive. 4 minutes gone by. Bad pass there from Lambert trying to find Perry. And great hands by Haley Puck. Bowling Green in a 3-on-3. Haley Puck, 3. Yes, sir. 8-0 Bowling Green.
That 3, it all started with a turnover.
We have an early timeout called by Akron. 5:40 remaining in the first quarter. One more look. Lambert finding Puck for the 3. Minutes gone by in the first quarter, and it's Bowling Green leading Akron 8-0 here on ESPN. The shooting numbers so far tell the story. Bowling Green 3 of 7, Akron 0 of 8. Destiny Perkins now out on the floor for Akron. Trying to fit it inside, it wasn't there. That's Akron's 3rd turnover so far. Falcons 2 of 5 from long range. Santoro, good kick to Cecil. And called for a double dribble. A look at Akron head coach Jody Kest. Now in her 12th season as the head coach of the program, the longest tenured coach in the Mid-American Conference. Over 400 career wins. And a block by Puck. Haley Puck has that guard quickness, but with that length, also a very good defender as Andrea Cecil makes it a 10-0 game. An Akron turnover at the other end. Substitutions on both sides. Claire Gloniak and Katerion Thompson will check in for the first time tonight.
You can tell Akron is certainly frustrated from that last drive. They knew they were rushing it, and as soon as Perkins threw it, she knew it was out.
Lauren Hung, the senior from Waterford, Michigan, now on the floor for the Zips. Rachel Myers, good look to Cecil, open 3, too strong. On the long rebound, Lambert comes away with it. Akron foul. Will be their 2nd team foul. Pardon me, just the 1st team foul on the Zips. Katerion Thompson attacks. The runner is good. Everything going Bowling Green's way right now.
It was nice is they have multiple players who are making an impact, not just one.
Corner 3, got it. It took over 6 minutes, but Akron is on the board thanks to Haley Reinell, a sophomore from Westfield, Indiana. Reinell averages better than 7 points a game. She's also the top rebounder on the team. Number 4 in the MAC at 8.6 rebounds a game.
She's been a starter every game this season, so she knows what has to be done.
Reinell with the block at the other end. Deep three-pointer, got it. Alyssa Clay letting it fly. That was her 45th three-pointer of the season. She's been struggling over her last 4 games from the field, shooting just 21%. No good for Thompson, but there's Cecil underneath. She will shoot 2. And Alyssa Clay averaging better than 7 points a game. As Andrea Cecil knocks down the first. Cecil, a 78% free throw shooter. She's averaging just under 9 points a game. And she's coming into this game very confident after back-to-back 10-point games. Katarion Thompson with the steal. Lambert three. Yes, sir. Bowling Green taking advantage of another Akron turnover. And it's back to a double-digit lead.
You know Bowling Green's thinking, now this is what a first quarter should look like.
A foul on the floor, third team foul for Bowling Green. Foul went against Andrea Cecil as Maddie Cole will check in. Haley Puck going to return. Shawnee Edmonds now back on the floor for the Zips. And stolen away. Lambert on the drive, had it poked away. Bowling Green basketball out on the baseline. Sydney Lambert so good in transition at not only creating her own opportunities, but finding her teammates for some wide open looks. That's when Bowling Green is at their best basketball, when they're pushing it up the floor. Katarion Thompson, yes. A sophomore from Lima, Ohio. And the answer at the other end from Lauren Hung.
And the thing about Sydney Lambert is I like how even with she plays with the starters, obviously she is one, but when it comes to the bench, she has just as much chemistry with them as she does the other starters.
Maddie Cole going after that rebound, called for the foul. Over the back call. Angela Perry back on the floor. And Fredniqua Walker, a junior from Cleveland, Ohio, has just checked in. Shawnee Edmonds with the basketball. She comes in just 2 assists shy of making her move into the top 10 in Akron women's basketball. Fredniqua Walker at the line. Akron as a team, 7th in the MAC at 69%. And no problem on the first. Jane Euchre into the ball game. No surprise with the youth of these two teams and where they're at in the MAC standings. Both coaches going to their bench here early and often.
Yes, and right now, you know, for the bench, Bowling Green, they're the one getting it done right now.
Full court pressure from the Zips. Lambert able to stay out of the trap. Haley Puck well defended by Edmonds. Katarion Thompson, blocking foul. Win here tonight for Akron, and that would match their season win total from last season when they finished 9-20. And as much as we talk about the youth of this Akron team, they've also dealt with injuries, including Megan Sefcik, their leading scorer right now, averaging better than 12 a game. She has missed 11 games this season with a broken hand. In and out there for Thompson. Nice cut, and one. Beautiful play. Haley Rynell will go to the line to try and complete the three-point play.
And speaking, of injuries, Megan Sefcik, you said with her hand, she also, she got injured preseason of her freshman year with an ACL injury. And then for Nika Walker, she's only played in 10 games this season. So it's good. She only played in 10 games this season. So, it's good to see them back on this court.
It's tough to develop that team chemistry when you're going through injuries throughout the season, trying to see what lineup works, and not to mention the competition that you're going up against game by game in Mid-American Conference play. You see a team like Buffalo or Central Michigan. Those are two of the favorites to win the MAC title. Central Michigan led by Raina Frost and Tanara Moore. As the three-pointer is good for Katerion Thompson. And we just saw Buffalo here at the Stroh Center, led by a player like Stephanie Reed, a very experienced point guard running the show. And a foul on the floor. Akron in the bonus. Shawnee Edmonds, second on the team in scoring. Started all 28 games now. 78% free throw shooter. And she has struggled from the field over her last 2 games, just 2 of 17.
She does have 14 games in double figures this season. So she's definitely a good leader in the court.
Down to the final 30 seconds here in the first quarter. And Akron has just committed their 5th team foul.
We're hearing a lot of whistles tonight in this first quarter.
Carly Santoro stepping to the line. 67% free throw shooter. Number 3 in the MAC in rebounding at just under 9 a game. She's coming off 19 points in the first meeting against Akron. 15 of those points came in the fourth quarter. And 1 for 2. Bowling Green by 11. And less than a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Down to 10 seconds. And Sefcik bailed out by a foul call. She had nowhere to go on the baseline. Akron 2 of 5 from the free throw line so far.
The first quarter has gone well on the offensive end for BG. They don't want to mess that up by fouling on the defense end.
Well, you want to find a way to keep the momentum going.
Right, and they're shooting well behind the arc.
Two for Sefcik. Here's Carly Santoro, down to 5 seconds. All the way to the basket. Pretty finish. And time expires. Bowling Green a strong start on their home floor. Senior night for Haley Puck and Rachel Myers. And it's Bowling Green leading by 11. Katerion Thompson with 1 of 4 Bowling Green threes in the first 10 minutes. Start of the second quarter here on ESPN. Bowling Green leading Akron 25-14. Sydney Lambert and Katerion Thompson each with 8 points in the first quarter. Haley Reinell leading Akron with 5 points and 4 rebounds. Puck on the drive. No good. Shot did not go down, but you have to like that look for Bowling Green getting in the paint. Falcons shooting better than 50% from the field in the first 10 minutes. Akron was 4 of 13 in the first quarter. They were 0 for their first 8 as Edmonds can't knock down the jumper. Took the Zips over 6 minutes to get on the board. Perry. Now Lambert pull up. And underneath there, Santoro was able to tip it into the hands of Puck. And Lambert's three no good. Checking in for Bowling Green, Terry Battle, the freshman. And Destiny Perkins back for Akron. Shayna Harmon will also return.
You know, from that last play, Santoro, she has 11 double-doubles this season. So there's no doubt, you know, she's definitely going to fight for it underneath the basket.
16 double-doubles for her career. Minute gone by here in the second quarter. Bowling Green wanted a walk. On the drive, all the way to the basket. Shayna Harmon able to roll it over the front of the iron. Shayna Harmon holds the single season record for points and steals at Tays Valley High School. She's been in double figures twice this season. No good for Santoro. A foul against Haley Puck. That will be her first personal.
Yeah, Bowling Green needs to keep working the paint, you know, going through, finding open lanes in the Akron zone defense.
It's one thing I think we've seen Bowling Green do a nice job of so far throughout this game. Yes, they've had success from long range, but they've continued to attack the basket.
Yes, and then they're also going for the rebounds. Whether they get them or not, they're still going for them, and they're putting in a good effort.
On the glass right now, two teams about even. 14-13 advantage for the Zips as Haley Puck just inside the arc. Give her 5 points for the ball game.
As soon as she released it, you could tell she felt that it was a good one.
The confidence has been there for Bowling Green shooting the basketball so far. Good kick, open look for Clay. Too much on that three-point attempt.
And right now, what else Bowling Green is doing well is ball movement. They, you know, Lambert's been out there. She's been moving the ball, and she's getting the other players going as well.
Bowling Green with Lambert, Puck, Santoro, Battle, and Katerion Thompson on the floor. A three-pointer off the mark for Katerion Thompson, but there's Haley Puck with another offensive board. Battle wants it in the post. Instead, it's a Lambert three, nowhere close.
And Battle got lucky with that pass there. She was going for Thompson, but it made its way to Santoro.
And at the other end, well off the mark for Shawnee Edmonds. Greta Burry back into the game for Akron. And Kennedy Williams, the freshman from Marshall, Illinois, making her first appearance. Haley Puck to the basket and one. The handles that time from Puck. This one worth another look. One more time, working against Edmonds. The crossover all the way to the rack for the N1. And puck completes the three-point play.
And what's nice is with Bowling Green is we see Kennedy Williams comes in, so Lambert can have a break, but nothing really changes, and that shows a lot of encouragement in Kennedy Williams as just a freshman.
Kennedy Williams has really grown with her offensive game as the season has gone on. She's gotten more minutes, and she's on the season averaging better than 3 points a game, but you go over her last 5 games, nearly 7 points a game. She's had 7 straight games with at least 1 3-pointer.
And Kennedy, her father played college basketball, so he's got to be a big role model for her.
Kennedy, a great ball handler, has the range as Carly Santoro knocks it down. No good at the other end. Santoro with the backside board.
Right now, Akron's rushing it. They're not letting themselves get set up on the offensive end.
And an offensive foul. That's number 2 on Santoro. Rachel Myers and Madison Parker check in. Madison Parker, an excellent outside shooter. It's taking a little bit of time for her to adjust to the college game, as it would for any player.
Oh, yeah.
The speed of the game changes. The physicalness of the game changes as well.
But there's certainly great promise in these young players.
And last touched by Bowling Green. Falcons that time a little careless with the basketball.
And the Stroh Center letting the refs know how they feel about that.
The Falcon faithful, never quiet.
Definitely not.
Able to split the defense. Shayna Harmon. Kennedy Williams for 3, no good. Quickly the other way. Destiny Perkins. Lambert back in. Jennifer Roos also going to bring back Angela Perry.
Yeah, with Lambert being the starting guard, when she sits out for a break, it's not ever for a long time.
As a bouquet, no good. Lambert, good look to puck. The unselfish play on that possession. 15-point advantage for Bowling Green, their largest lead of the game. Harmon left it short. Akron 2 of 9 from the field here in the second quarter. 6 for 22 in the game. As Perry lost the handle and called for steps. 4:22 remaining in the second quarter. It's Bowling Green in front by 15. And Haley Puck playing her final home game. Driving to the basket and one right there. Less than 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Bowling Green leading Akron 35-20. And for more on tonight's game, here's the third member of our crew, Garrett McKinney.
Well, it's no secret the Falcons and the Zips have struggled in the conference this season, each having a 2-14 record in the MAC. The main issue for both teams has been their offense. The Falcons rank last in the MAC in terms of scoring offense, while the Zips rank just 10th. Both teams are also looking to snap a multi-game losing streak. Brad, back to you.
Thank you, Garrett. Bowling Green looking for their 11th win of the season. This is their second to last game of the regular season. They will end the season against Buffalo. Akron trying to match their win total from a season ago. Three-pointer good. Destiny Perkins continues to look for her offense. We've seen her attack the basket quite often in transition. Now lets it fly from three.
That's a good thing to see from just a freshman.
Perry, the cross-court look to Myers. In and out.
She was kind of robbed on that one.
Perkins, another three. Rebounded by Perry. Parker blocked. Good defense there from Perkins. Katerion Thompson and Carly Santoro back on the floor. One more look at the defense. Destiny Perkins getting it done at both ends of the floor right now. Three minutes to play in the second quarter. Lambert, the runner, got it off. And there's Perry to clean it up. Angela Perry, 8.5 points a game over her last two. And too much on the three-point attempt from Perkins. That'll give it back to Bowling Green.
We saw that, in the first quarter as well with Akron. They're kind of rushing it right now on the offensive end, trying to get, decrease that lead a little bit. But they need to just slow down, take their time, and find good shots, more preferably in the paint.
Looking for Perry. Like she might have lost her footing and got tangled up there with the defense. Bowling Green with their 7th turnover. Akron 7 turnovers as well, with 6 of those 7 turnovers coming in the first quarter. Sefcik from deep. I think Bowling Green will live with that look.
See, Akron, they're switching it up in this quarter. They turned it over more in the first, yes, but now they're taking all their shots behind the arc.
No good for Lambert, but there's Haley Puck. 2 Akron players were there. It didn't matter. Puck was getting that basketball.
And just to know, with Bowling Green, even though, their season has not gone the way they wanted, that's for sure, is that all players on the team have gotten practice. They have seen real game time, and, from freshmen to seniors, and that's really good to see, building chemistry and so forth.
Perry, no good with the left hand, and then a Bowling Green foul. Andrea Cecil late getting to the scores table. She'll have to stay there until the next whistle. Perkins had it stripped.
Bowling Green was trying to beat them in transition there, but
Haley Puck, no good. Bowling Green now 1 of 9 from beyond the arc in the second quarter, after 4 of 9 in the first quarter. Pushed up ahead. Harmon going to pull it out, and Akron will set up the offense. Azubuike all the way to the basket. Kennedy Azubuike, the freshman from Columbus, Ohio.
BG gave him the open lane there, and that's what Akron needs to do, is they need to get in the paint.
Bowling Green cannot be content with a double-digit lead. Katarion Thompson.
You know Akron would like to end the half with a point in their favor.
Looking for some momentum going into the locker room. Instead, it's a turnover. Shayna Harmon called for steps. The 9th Akron turnover.
Her facial expression on that one said it all.
4 seconds remaining in the first half. Lambert got the shot off. Just off the mark. But Bowling Green will head to the locker room, leading the Zips by 14. Katarion Thompson helping lead the way at the offensive end. There's a look at 2 of her first 10 points. Welcome back to Bowling Green, Ohio, where the Falcons lead the Akron Zips 39-25. Brad Woznicki and Bowling Green student Samantha Heischman here with you. We take a look now at the first half highlights. Bowling Green got off to a strong start, leading 12-0. Akron did not score until less than 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Bowling Green was taking advantage of the Zips' turnovers.
Yeah, and I would have thought, Akron, that they would slow it down a bit in the second quarter. I was expecting that. But yet, they even seemed a bit more rushed as they were taking way more threes, and they were only 1 of 7 from the three-point line in the second quarter.
Bowling Green 14-5 advantage in points off turnovers. Carly Santoro, Bowling Green's leading scorer on the season, attacking and finishing. You pointed out, at times in that first half, it was too easy for Akron getting to the basket.
Yeah, BG, they've struggled, definitely on the defensive end this season, but they cannot give up those open lanes. They can't shoot a three-pointer and then go down and just give up something easy in the paint. Especially
with the way the Zips have struggled from long range in this ball game, just 3 of 13 so far. That's a look at the first half highlights. We'll be back here on ESPN. Bowling Green in front by 14 here on senior night for Haley Puck and Rachel Myers, both recognized before the game. And now your first half numbers. Bowling Green shooting better than 50% from the field in the first quarter, 41% after 20 minutes of play. Akron, after starting 0 of 8, now 29% from the field.
Yeah, and Akron, they've only 2 of their starters have scored, whereas Bowling Green, they have had all 5 starters score and then even some on the bench. So Bowling Green's definitely passing the ball, that's for sure. And everyone is getting their turn at open shot.
And Akron, just looking at their offense so far, they've shot the 3 ball quite often, 3 of 13 in that first half. But they've really worked for second chance opportunities. They just have not converted.
That's right. And
they've had some offensive rebounds, unable to put it back up and in. Some missed layups. They have to continue to attack the basket and not settle from long range.
Right. And when Walker had that, run to the basket, excuse me, not Walker. That was Destiny
Perkins.
Yeah, that was Destiny Perkins. When she had that run to the basket, that open lane, that's what she needed. She's been shooting the three-pointers, but she has not been too successful for tonight in those. So hopefully she leads her team and they can know, hey, BG's going to give us this lane. We're going to take it.
Bowling Green with the advantage on the glass, the advantage in points off turnovers, points in the paint, and second chance points. Few big reasons there why Bowling Green is leading this game by double figures. That's a look at the first half numbers. And we'll be back. Bowling Green has a history of success in Mid-American Conference women's basketball and in the WNIT. And the Falcons right now in this ball game leading by 14. Leading the way for Bowling Green
we've been talking about
right now is Haley Puck. But before we go any further, Garrett McKinney is standing by with more.
The two seniors we've been talking about tonight for the Falcons are Rachel Myers and Haley Puck. Their careers have differed, with Myers losing her starting spot to Carly Santoro midway through her career, while Puck retained hers. They both spoke about how this team feels like a second family, and they also both are pursuing nursing careers. Some interesting details behind the Falcon seniors. Brad, back to you.
Thank you, Garrett. We've got more to come as Bowling Green back out on the floor, getting ready for the third quarter. The Bowling Green Band entertaining the crowd here at halftime on ESPN. Falcons leading 39-25. Senior night for the Falcons, and leading the way right now is one of those two seniors in Haley Puck, 11 first half points. She's looked for her offense early and often.
Yeah, Bowling Green, they're getting it done, on both ends of the court, and Haley is a great example of that. She's got 4 rebounds, and as you said, 11 points. She's doing well, and she wants to go out on a high note, that's for sure.
Haley Puck working hard on the offensive glass, giving Bowling Green second chance opportunities. Haley Puck leading all scorers with 11 points. Katerion Thompson, the only other player in this ball game in double figures. She has 10, and then Sydney Lambert with 8 points. And for the Akron Zips, they've had a total of 9 different players score so far. Haley Rynell and Destiny Perkins each with 5. For Rynell, all 5 of those points came in the first quarter. And Destiny Perkins, as my partner pointed out, pushing the basketball in transition, creating her own opportunities. If you're just joining us, Bowling Green and Akron, the bottom 2 teams in Mid-American Conference play at 2-14 on the season. But this was just a 2-point game in the first meeting, in which Bowling Green came out on top 66-64 thanks to a three-pointer from Haley Puck in the final 20 seconds. Akron looking for some redemption, and both teams trying to establish momentum before MAC tournament play.
Yeah, what's sad for both of these teams is that, this game, neither one of them has really anything to lose. And they just want to do what they can this game. They're still showing the fight, and they want to prepare for playoffs on Monday. And they know that it starts with this game. It can be a brand new season when playoffs start.
And both teams will, of course, be on the road for their first round MAC tournament game. Unable to finish inside for Aniqua Walker. Bowling Green shooting 41% from the field in the first half. Here's Haley Puck for three. Bowling Green's sixth three-pointer of the ball game. For Haley Puck, that's her third.
That was another good release on her end.
And Angela Perry, a little too aggressive, trying to poke that ball away from Walker.
We said this before. You don't want to get a three-point and then go back down and just give it to him with a foul shot.
Sefcik for three. No good. Rynell battling for the board. Walker was also there. And again, second chance opportunity. No second chance points. Bowling Green had a 15-0 advantage in second chance points in the first meeting. Perry off glass and good. Angela Perry averages just under 4 points a game. Loose basketball, Bowling Green will take it the other way. Santoro. And Carly Santoro will shoot two. 8:35 remaining in this third quarter. Let's send it over to Garrett McKinney for some second half adjustments.
Well, I had a chance to talk to the coach of the Falcons, Jennifer Roos. She told me the Falcons need to rebound better and find better looks on the inside, which should hopefully open up more shots on the perimeter. As for Akron, the Zips need to cut down on turnovers and defend the three-point shot more effectively. Brad, back to you.
Thank you, Garrett. Carly Santoro now 2 for 3 at the line tonight. 6 points in the ball game. Off the mark on the second. Bowling Green now 5 of 9 from the free throw line in the ball game. Here's Rynell up top, no good. Sierra Thompson checking in for the first time tonight.
Another player for Bowling Green getting their opportunity.
Very active on the glass is Sierra Thompson. And the runner, no good. Santoro between 3 Akron players comes down with the board.
It's so nice to see Santoro's play because, you know, she's willing to do whatever needs to be done to get the ball for her team and take it to the basket.
Akron has just committed their second team foul. That was the third against Fredniqua Walker. Bowling Green in front by 20. Lambert three. Yes, sir. Sydney Lambert now 3 of 8 from downtown. 11 points in the ball game. The third Bowling Green player to reach double figures. Now Haley Puck looking ahead for Santoro, who was not looking for it. Tough break there for Bowling Green.
Yeah, Bowling Green was trying to fold a pass break there, but they were unsuccessful.
So far, this third quarter starting to look all too similar to the first quarter for Akron at the offensive end. 0 of 6 from the field. Still stuck on 25 points. Baseline jumper, no good.
Right now, Haley Puck and Sydney Lambert, they're getting it done for Bowling Green.
Haley Puck looking for help. Katerion Thompson fading away, no good.
That was definitely some good defense on Akron's end. But that double team and just putting the pressure on Bowling Green.
Inside, good look. And an easy 2 for Caitlin Bari. Akron's first points of the third quarter. Perry working her way down low. Stays at this end. Claire Gloniak and Destiny Perkins into the ball game. Haley Puck, quick release, just grazes the iron off of Bowling Green and out of bounds. Rachel Myers back in. Rachel Myers scoreless in that first half, did have a pair of boards. Comes in with 115 career threes. 16th all-time in program history. In the paint. And nearly an and one for Bari.
And you know Megan Shefchik, she wanted to take that open shot, but she decided to keep moving the ball, and that's what led to the foul shot.
Bari no good on the first. Alyssa Clay into the ball game. Clay 3 points so far after 22 in the first meeting. And Rynell was out of bounds after grabbing that offensive board.
Yeah, right now she's not happy about that call.
She wanted a foul. Jane Euchre to the scores table for Bowling Green. Good look by Gloniak to Lambert. Sierra Thompson on the offensive glass. Right inside to Gloniak, off the side of the backboard. Akron basketball, 5:40 remaining in the third quarter.
Now that didn't go Gloniak's way, but as a redshirt freshman, she's showing great strength at the post. She has some good years ahead of her.
And Sarah Leyendecker, the 6'4" center, just checked in for the Zips. Number 10 in the MAC in blocks per game. She had 8 blocks against Ohio Christian. Bowling Green with 4 team fouls now. The lob, Leyendecker, strong finish inside. Rachel Myers, pump fake. Too strong, but the long rebound to Euchre goes inside to Sierra Thompson. Can't put it up and in. Bodies on the floor, and a Bowling Green foul. It will be Akron basketball when we return. 4:55 to play in the third quarter. It's the Falcons in control, up by 19, and Haley Puck with a senior night to remember so far. Bowling Green 48, Akron 29. 5 minutes gone by in this third quarter. Before we get back to the action, here's Garrett McKinney.
For the Falcons, University of Memphis transfer and redshirt freshman Alyssa Dean has managed to stay positive despite missing time for multiple major injuries. She said, "I have so much to prove and the sky's the limit. I don't know what kind of college basketball player I'm going to be, but that's what makes sitting on the bench worth it. I know one day I'll be able to go on the floor and show what kind of player I really am." Some encouraging words in a difficult situation. Brad, back to you.
Thank you, Garrett. Bowling Green has had some great additions come to this program. Look at Alexis Rogers, started her career at Duke. Maggie Hennigan began her career at St. Louis. First free throw good for Leyendecker. Two for two, 17-point ball game. Most recently for Bowling Green during the Jennifer Roos era as a head coach, Lauren Tibbs was a transfer from Marquette. Had 1 year of eligibility for Bowling Green. Gave the Falcons a lot of size underneath. Perkins wisely gave it up. Now Leyendecker looking for help. Perkins no good. Here comes Myers. Had it poked away from behind. Perkins, good look up ahead. And the layup for Shayna Harmon. Give Harmon 6 points.
That was good progressiveness on Perkins' part.
Bowling Green has led by as many as 23. The lead cut down to 15 right now. Step back for Thompson. And it drops. Three-pointer for Katarion Thompson. Bowling Green's 8th three. Perkins, wild shot. And on the tie-up, Bowling Green basketball. Bowling Green with Andrea Cecil, Sydney Lambert, Carly Santoro, Jane Euchre, and Katarion Thompson on the floor. For the Zips, you've got Hung, Rynell, along with Alyssa Clay, Destiny Perkins, and Leyendecker. Perkins there was looking for Leyendecker running the floor. Unable to go down and scoop that basketball up. Now Kennedy Azubuike on the floor for the Zips.
Neither team has been too successful tonight in the fast break.
Combined 10 fast break points in this one. Bowling Green with 8 of those points. Santoro working hard underneath will go to the line.
That's twice now where Bowling Green has caught their own rebound or their own shot. So, you know, they're showing good fight.
Santoro 6 points on the night, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Also has 5 rebounds. And Fredniqua Walker back in with those 3 personal fouls. And 1 for 2 again for Santoro. All 3 trips, 1 for 2 tonight. Clay in and out. There's Walker. Jody Kest begging for a foul call. Angela Perry back in for Bowling Green. Shawnee Edmonds returns for Akron. Less than 3 to play in the third. officials checking on the game clock. Now an adjustment to the shot clock as well. 28 on the shot clock.
I was able to see some of Bowling Green's practice, and they've definitely been working, to defensively, slow down the inbound plays. So we'll see how well they do.
Andrea Cecil. Santoro off glass and good. Tough shot. And Akron wants to talk things over. The Zips had the lead cut down to 15. Bowling Green pushed it right back to 20 plus. 54-33 your score. Katerion Thompson, little step back tray. Two and a half to play in the third. Bowling Green in front by 21. Carly Santoro picking up her offense in this third quarter. 9 points in the ball game, 5 rebounds. On the skip pass, 3 would not go for Lauren Hung. Kennedy Williams will set up the offense for Bowling Green.
Right now she's showing really good ball handling.
And called for steps. For Bowling Green, that was their 4th turnover of the quarter, 11 in the ball game. Azubuike left open. Kennedy Azubuike now with 4 points.
Bowling Green had 3 girls under the basket, but none of them were on Azubuike.
Akron still without a player in double figures, just like last game against Kent State when Haley Rynell led the way with 9 points. Bowling Green with 3 players in double figures in this one. 6 different players have scored. Being led by Haley Punk and Katerion Thompson, they have combined for 27. Lambert has chipped in 11. Edmonds lost their footing. They're going back the other way. Inside of a minute to play in the third. Katerion Thompson, good look underneath. Perry couldn't put it home. And then Santoro going after that board, whistled for the foul. That will be her third. Niqua Walker will step to the line as the Zips are in the bonus. She's 1 for 2 at the charity stripe. Off the iron on the first. Akron now 8 of 14 from the line. Zips 27% from the field, 15% from 3. 57% from the free throw line. Here's Santoro. Saw some space underneath. Walker was able to get a hand in there. Dangerous pass, Santoro able to haul it in. Near Bowling Green turnover. Santoro found some room on that baseline. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Thompson. Bowling Green's 4th three-pointer of the quarter.
You know, one thing about Bowling Green tonight is that they're looking like a much more confident team.
Final seconds of the third, and Santoro hits the deck. She was bumped by Lauren Hung. Carly Santoro headed to the line. A chance to become the 4th Bowling Green player to reach double figures. She'll have a chance before this one's over for her 12th double-double of the season.
And with that foul on Lauren Hung, you know, she's one of Akron's 2 seniors, so she's definitely trying to end her season on a high note as well.
Kennedy Azubuike being tended to on the bench right now. Lost a contact. Carly Santoro, good on the first. Bowling Green now 7 of 12 from the line. Carly Santoro has done an excellent job of getting to the free throw line this season. He's gotten the line more often this season than any other Bowling Green player in the last 4 years. And now off the Akron turnover, Edmonds with the block. Bowling Green wanted a foul call, not going to get it. But the Falcons are in control after 3 quarters of play. Leading by 23, Katerion Thompson. One of 4 Bowling Green three-pointers there in the third. Back for the 4th quarter here on ESPN. Bowling Green has tied their largest lead of the ball game at 23. The Falcons with the basketball. Brad Woznicki, Samantha Heichman, and our sideline reporter Garrett McKinney here with you. Haley Punk, a strong offensive performance in this one, finds her senior teammate Rachel Myers. First points of the ball game for Rachel Myers. She becomes the 7th different Bowling Green player to score. Give her now 116 career threes. Off the mark.
Well, that 3 on senior night, that has got to make Myers feel excellent.
That was just her 3rd shot of the ball game. Good hands by Edmonds to take it away from Perry. Hung for 3. That's good. Akron now with 4 three-pointers in the ball game. They're just 4 of 21, identical to the numbers they had against Kent State. Azubuike commits the foul, her first personal. Rynell along with Harmon and Caitlin Vari into the ball game for the Zips. Perry looking inside, and Cecil called for a push-off. She had the mismatch against Edmonds. Edmonds, that's a 2. Shawnee Edmonds with her first field goal. She's now 1 of 6. Average is better than 11 a game. Perry inside, got good position. Angela Perry now 4 of 7 from the field. And Edmonds with a 3.
Edmonds is not someone that Bowling Green wants to get hot.
One correction, Angela Perry now 3 of 6 from the field for 6 points in tonight's ball game. Two and a half gone by here in the fourth. Myers finds puck. Senior to senior for a 3. Haley Puck now 17 points in the ball game. No good for Rynell. Gets her own miss. And we'll go to the line.
Right now for Akron and then Santoro for Bowling Green. They're both in the top 5 in the MAC for rebounding.
And Andrea Cecil, her night is done. She fouls out. 3 points in the ball game, along with 5 rebounds and 3 assists for the sophomore from Oak Harbor. Got the start tonight in place of Katerion Thompson. A big part of that was Bowling Green needing to be strong on the glass. Andrea Cecil providing a little more size underneath for the Falcons. One more to come for Rynell. That free throw was her first point since the first quarter, as she goes 2 for 2. Full court press from the Zips. And Sierra Thompson able to bring it up the floor. Hands it off to Lambert. Bowling Green does not need to rush at the offensive end. Less than 7 minutes to play and in front by 21. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Myers, another 3. Got it!
You know, when it comes to the conference games, you know, this past season, we've heard Coach Cruz say constantly, you know, we're finding open shots, but they are just not going in. Well, she won't be saying that tonight in postgame.
Off the Bowling Green turnover, back come the Zips. Rynell. More free throws for Haley Rynell. If we can get one more look at that last 3 for Rachel Myers, that was her second three-pointer of the ball game. She also moves up the career list in Bowling Green all-time three-pointers made. Rynell knocks down the first, and Maddie Cole will check in. Last 3 for Rachel Myers. She is now tied 15th all-time in career three-pointers. She's tied with Jasmine Matthews.
That's certainly a great way to go out on senior night.
Jasmine Matthews was a very talented guard out of Chicago, Illinois. And a technical foul has just been given. Technical given to Akron head coach Jody Kest. She has been in the ears of the officials all night. Frustrated by lack of foul calls for her team at the offensive end. Now it's Rachel Myers at the line.
in Bowling Green, they felt like a lot of calls didn't go their way either. So both teams are showing, you can't rely on the refs. You can't, worry about them. You've got to keep playing your game.
And Rachel Myers remains perfect at the line on the season, now 9 of 9. Yes, it's been limited opportunities, but hey, 9 of 9, you're 9 of 9.
That's right.
She also gives Bowling Green a 24-point advantage. Myers looking inside for Cole. Maddie Cole lost her footing there trying to fight for position.
That was unselfishness on Myers' part. She didn't take that shot. She was trying to give it to her teammate.
Perkins cut off by Gloniak. Now Sevchek for three, no good. Akron with their 8th offensive board. That will lead to more free throws. The Zips 12 of 19 on the night. There's Greta Burry, one of 2 seniors for the Zips. For her career, averaging just over 5 points a game. .65% free throw shooter for her career. Able to go 2 for 2.
What's interesting about Burry is that in her 4 seasons, she's never attempted a three-pointer. So you definitely know where she's stronger at, and that's in the paint.
Well, in Akron over the years, they've had their fair share of strong three-point shooters, including Hannah Plyben. Hannah Plyben, until this season, had the record for most three-pointers made in a game with 9. Maddie Cole inside for an and one. The junior from Sylvania, Ohio, will go to the line for a three-point play opportunity.
And just now, like you saw Burry talking in that huddle to her teammates, and that shows senior leadership right there.
No good on the free throw. And Haley Puck battling underneath, whistled for her second personal. Now Haley Reinell back to a familiar place. She's got a chance here to become the first Akron player to reach double figures tonight. And she'll have a shot at a double-double before this one's over. 9 points and 7 rebounds for Haley Reinell as Frendiqua Walker checks in. Azabuke ready to check in for Reinell. 1 for 2. Haley Puck lost the basketball. And Bowling Green 2-on-1. Kennedy Williams to Rachel Myers. Little pump fake. Rachel Myers with 10 points in the ball game, all coming in the 4th. Now Williams the steal, puts it home for an and one. All smiles for Bowling Green as the Falcons lead by 25. Here it is one more time. Kennedy Williams the steal and the finish. 77-52. Bowling Green leading Akron with 4:41 remaining. Bowling Green came out in the first quarter, had a 25-14 advantage. Went into the locker room leading by 14. Both the first and third quarter. It was a strong start for the Falcons. Akron really has struggled from the offensive end early on in the quarters. Started the ball game 0 of 8. They were 0 of 6 to start the third quarter. No good for Walker. It's been that kind of night for the Zips. A lot of opportunities in the paint, just unable to put it up and in. Myers. Bowling Green was working to get the senior an open look. Matty Cole walked. Walker attacking. Loniak on the floor, tied up by Azubuike. Possession arrow pointing to the Zips. Bowling Green well on their way to snapping this 10-game losing streak. The loss here for Akron would be their 4th straight, with one more regular season game to go. An Akron foul. And Rachel Myers will head to the line. Akron will end the regular season against the Ohio Bobcats. The Zips lost the first meeting by 3. That was back on January 6th. Bowling Green going to make the long trip to Buffalo to end the regular season.
And in the previous play, that was a good screen set by Gloniak. That slowed Perkins down.
Myers no good on the first free throw. Still one more to come. Terry Battle into the game for Claire Gloniak. And Myers matches her jersey number, 11 points on the night. Walker had it stripped. Rachel Myers this time with the defense. Good ball movement. Azubuike on the drive. No good. And knocked out of bounds by Akron. Walker frustrated as the Zips will set up the press. Really Puck looking for help, has it taken away. Sefcek right back to Walker. Up and in. And Akron calls a timeout. They'll have one remaining. This is a 30-second timeout. Bowling Green, just like last year at the Stroh Center, has had the hot hand from beyond the arc. They had 15 threes in this meeting last season. They've got 12 here tonight. Started the first quarter 4 of 9. Here's a look at one for Katerion Thompson. She got the friendly bounce. Andrea Cecil finding Thompson for another one right here. Katerion Thompson 3 of 5 from long range in this one. Then Rachel Myers, who has come alive in this fourth quarter. 11 points in the ball game. Here's Haley Puck. Senior night, leading all scorers with 17. Rachel Myers, how about one more? All smiles.
You know this style of play has got to have Coach Truce happy, you know, seeing so many different players step up and then having your seniors be the leaders of that.
Edmonds, the steal. Gets the layup.
Bowling Green does not want to get sloppy now in the fourth.
Still with a comfortable 23-point advantage. Kennedy Williams, a three. Off the iron. Tipped around, and Walker's got it. And she was fouled on the outlet. Akron going to drop to 1-10 on the road this season. Nico Walker, 3 points and 5 rebounds in this one. Now 2 of 5 at the line. Credit Bowling Green and the job the Falcons have done on the 1-2 punch for Akron from beyond the arc. Sefcik and Clay coming in had combined for 93 threes. They're 1 of 9 on the night. Loose basketball. They stay at this end. Battle. Finds Myers. Sefcik nowhere to go, finds Walker. And one for Fredniqua Walker. Akron not going to go away quietly. This is the situation that both of these teams have been in all too often this season. Both coming in 2-14 in Mid-American Conference play. They've been in this position where they've been trailing by a lot late in the ball game, but you're still working to try and find momentum for that next game.
That's right. And like I said, with playoffs on Monday, you know, as we stated, it's a whole new season. So they're just trying to, you know, get that chemistry down with their teammates and talk and just find some good plays, see what works, see what doesn't.
Most importantly, just gain experience for two very young teams. For Jane Euchre, that last basket was her first points of the night. Sefcik no good. And Kennedy Williams fouled going after that rebound. Kennedy Williams, 7 of 15 from the free throw line this season. She's now 2 for 2 on the night. Madison Parker ready to check in for Williams. Would not go for Williams. And another foul. Piling up the fouls here in the fourth quarter. A 30-second timeout called. Jennifer Roos wanted to take out Haley Puck. One more time in front of the home crowd, and a standing ovation for the senior from Waterloo, Iowa. Haley Puck going to finish the ball game. 17 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, 1 of 1 at the free throw line, 7 rebounds and 3 assists. Also 1 block and 2 steals, an all-around performance. As a bouquet, good on the first. .124 remaining. Bowling Green trying to find space. Maddie Cole up the floor to Myers. Rachel Myers, 2 more. 13 points. And Perkins lost it out of bounds, but they're going to say last touched by Bowling Green. Also could have been a foul call there, a lot of contact. Just over a minute remaining and no good for Perkins.
Akron's really applying the pressure, but Bowling Green's overcoming it.
Bowling Green bench was on their feet thinking Rachel Myers was going to try a 3. Now into the hands of Madison Parker. Kennedy Williams blocked on the 3-point attempt, still gets a shot off. And Maddie Cole, the offensive rebound. And Jennifer Roos calling a timeout. Going to sub out Rachel Myers. The senior from Findlay, Ohio, will finish with 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. 2 of 4 from long range. Myers, one of 5 Bowling Green players in double figures tonight.
You know, with it being senior night, that's a big part of it. But what's nice for Bowling Green tonight is you're just seeing them actually have fun. You're seeing so many smiles. You're seeing so many girls step up. Whereas the last couple home games, you have not seen that. And so, you know, they're ending their season. They're trying to end on a good note to go into playoffs. And that's good to see for a team.
Definitely a nice way to go out on the home floor with a big win. Akron basketball with 18 seconds remaining. Perkins, step back 3, no good. Now Bowling Green just has to run out the clock. Final seconds. And Bowling Green picks up their 3rd win in Mid-American Conference play. For Akron, this will be their 4th straight loss. The Falcons now 11-17 overall. They get the big win on senior night. Rachel Myers, 2 of her 13 points right there. Big hug from Coach Roos and Haley Puck, leading all scorers, 17 points in this one. We'll talk to Coach Jennifer Roos when we return. Bowling Green 84, Akron 63. The final tonight from the Stroh Center as the Falcons pick up their 11th win of the season. Look at the final numbers. Bowling Green shoots better than 44% from the field. The Falcons came out in that first quarter, shot 50% from the field. They got off to a strong start. That was a big part of this ball game. The Falcons dominate on the glass, 56-39. Jennifer Roos not going to be happy about the 22 turnovers, but the Falcons did have success from long range, knocking down 12 threes on 31 attempts. 5 players finishing in double figures. Bowling Green sweeps the season series against the Akron Zips. The first meeting, it was a 2-point win for Bowling Green. Tonight, a dominant performance. Akron, 29% from the field tonight. They struggled to start the ball game. They struggled to start the third quarter, allowing Bowling Green to really build up their lead. Falcons had a 28-22 Advantage on points in the paint, and in a moment we'll be back to talk to Bowling Green head coach Jennifer Roos.
Come, from small towns, suburbs, or sprawling cities, come and belong. Take root, and together we will make this space our own. We'll thrive, master our skills, live in the moment. The conversations after class ends, where real relationships begin, connections are made. Becoming a part of something bigger than ourselves. Belong, stand out, go far at Bowling Green State University. From the moment you set foot on campus at BGSU, you'll know this is a place where you can belong. In fact, BGSU is recognized for our strong commitment to engaging students in their education. And Bowling Green is one of the best college towns in America. This is a place where you can stand out. Come to one of the nation's top public universities and choose a program that fits you. Take advantage of the Falcon Internship Guarantee, the first of its kind in Ohio. With a BGSU degree, you can go far, further than you ever thought possible. Confident in your qualifications and ready like never before to fly. Belong, stand out, go far at Bowling Green State University.
(84-63) the final, one of Bowling Green's seniors. Rachel Myers enjoying some time with the fans after this one, as I am joined now by Bowling Green head coach Jennifer Roos. And Coach, it was a 2-point win in the first meeting, a 21-point win here tonight. What was the difference between the two meetings?
I tell you what, Akron's a talented team, but senior night is special for many reasons. Seniors step up, and Haley and Rachel stepped up today, and I couldn't be more proud of their effort and their unselfishness and their ability to not only score at the offense end, but to defend tonight. And that would you want to send your seniors out the right way, and those two made it really easy. They played so well together, and it was a great ovation for them at the end of the game in the fourth quarter.
And Haley Puck, a game-high 17 points in this one. Rachel Myers, her production all coming in the fourth quarter, knocking down a couple of threes. She now has 117 career threes, tying her with Jasmine Matthews, a very familiar name for you.
She is. I think Jasmine would be ecstatic to know that Rachel has tied her and has the potential to break that record. But again, between Haley and Rachel, 30 points out of our 84, just fantastic effort by the two of them. Again, I can't say enough about them as players, but they're just better people, and they are fantastic representatives of our program.
And now as a team, you dominate on the glass in this one, 56-39.
That felt good.
Got to the free throw line and had 5 players finishing in double figures. What's the biggest thing you want your team to take away from tonight's effort?
Well, Akron played us man and zone and played our ball screens a handful of different ways. So we wanted to be able to be the aggressor and execute offensively. And at the end of the day, we had to rebound. We have been hit or miss depending upon when our rebounders show up. And today we had 56, and it really limited Akron to some second chance points because with Greta Burry, Haley Reinhold, Franika coming off the bench, I mean, they've got some rebounders for them, and I thought our kids were really relentless, especially our guards. They did a fantastic job, and as soon as they got that rebound, we had off guards pushing the ball in transition, and that made a big difference and really set our tempo early on.
And in this ball game, you got plenty of minutes for just about everyone out there. Entire team effort. For the underclassmen in this game, particularly freshmen like Kennedy Williams and Angela Perry, they've come a long way from the start of the season. How have you seen the underclassmen progress?
It's a long season. The freshmen right now, I mean, their high school careers, some of them finished a week ago, and we still have a couple weeks to go. So it's a long season for sure. It's a marathon, not a sprint, but they have more than anything else, the chemistry with our young ones and our old ones is fantastic, and that's what I really enjoy every day is seeing that, and it makes a big difference, and I think it helps our culture a ton, having 9 out of the 14 that are freshmen and sophomore. But the young ones, I mean, Terry Battle, Madison Parker, Angela Perry, Sierra Thompson, Kennedy Williams, those kids put work in every day and are getting better. So Angela was obviously hurt for most of non-conference season, and so I think she's still finding her rhythm and stepping up. But couldn't be more proud of that class. But again, those young ones wanted to play well today for our seniors, and they did.
Well, Coach, thanks for your time. It's always nice to see you. Good luck going forward.
Thanks, Brad. Have a good one.
Bowling Green head coach Jennifer Roos, and we'll be back to wrap this one up in a moment here on ESPN.
Rise. Head and shoulders above the rest. Stand out. Never lost in the crowd. Your unique story, the one and only you. Fully supported, fully believed in. Together we will learn to lead arm in arm. So much in common, so much to share. We will be challenged, but we will overcome. Because it is our turn to shine. Belong, stand out, go far. At Bowling Green State University.
The Falcons pick up their 11th win of the season. One more regular season game to go, but an entire team effort from Bowling Green tonight. 5 players finishing in double figures.
Yeah, and with the seniors, they're going on such a high note, and we're seeing this at post game that there's all smiles, and that's good to see. And we saw underclassmen step up as well tonight for Bowling Green, and they're showing great promise for future seasons.
Definitely a great way to go out for the 2 seniors, Haley Puck and Rachel Myers. They combined for 30 points tonight. And that's going to do it for this broadcast as Bowling Green picks up their 11th win of the season. Akron has now dropped 4 in a row. One more regular season game to go. For my broadcast partner, Samantha Heisman, and our sideline reporter, Garrett McKinney, I'm Brad Woznicki saying so long. To watch this entire game on replay as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.